Welcome to Ready Set RC, and this is the follow-up video to the project that I did on the TRX-4M High Trail. As you guys are seeing here now, I've converted this truck to a monster truck, and this went through a few iterations before what you see now is what I would consider the finished product. The video that you saw me running this truck a couple of months back was when I had this converted to a lower turn brush motor, was running some different wheels and tires on here. I didn't like the ones that I had on before. I'll tell you guys what those were. Those were Endura wheels and tires that I purchased from Amazon. On that video, I showed you that they cracked up in several different places. I would not recommend those wheels and tires. But what we have today is finally the finished product. And I felt it was a good video to show you guys because, one, with Traxxas now releasing a RTR version of it, and it looks like a fairly good truck, maybe a little underwhelming in regards to speed, but I do like the new chassis rail that they have on there. I'm not sure if I'm going to put that on this, but this thing is a beast, guys. And until the weather gets a little bit better, I'll get this thing out. But for right now, it's just going to be me going over and showing you guys exactly what I did to this and why you would probably want to do this instead of getting the TRX-4MT, which should really be a TRX-4M MT. I'm going to go through the body really quick. The decals that you're seeing are Bigfoot decals. These are not the ones from Traxxas. I will put the link to the site of where I got these in the description below so you guys know exactly where I got them. But this company has been doing them for quite some time. They do them also for 10th scale. It's not just for TRX-4s and 1/18 scale trucks. And it comes with everything on there. So you could definitely go ahead and do the decaling up yourself. Now for the body, when I was first running the first setup of this truck, I did have to trim it out a little bit. I don't know if you're going to have to do it with what I've done now, but the first iteration of it, the truck was a little bit more narrow, closer to the width of the TRX-4MT. So I did have to trim it out a little bit to get a little bit more clearance with what I was doing on the truck. And I did remove the front bumper on the truck too to give me that extra clearance. As I mentioned, I don't know if you're going to have to do that with the current setup. So let's go over the truck itself. Now, as I mentioned before, had Endura wheels and tires. Those are gone. Also, I've swapped over to a Fly Sky receiver and transmitter. Took the Traxxas system out of this completely. I'm running now a Lizard Pro ESC and the Mini Godzilla motor. This thing is some seriously high KV. And what I would recommend, guys, is if you're going to go ahead and do this setup and go ahead and put a ball bearing kit throughout the RC. If you go ahead and you use the bushings that come stock on this truck, you will have some binding and you will definitely have some heat. I will tell you that because I've experienced that. Throughout the motor, I was having tremendous amount of heat. I went ahead, swapped over to the bearings, and everything has been fine since then. Excellent setup for this truck. For these shocks, I'm going with these Power Hobby shocks. They give me the extra length that I need, give me that extra clearance, and they're super smooth and they're oil filled, guys. They feel really good. I didn't change any of the links on this truck. I kept the links all with the composite links that are on here. I just wanted a little bit more flexibility. I don't want that rigidity on a basher, and everything is still stock on there from that standpoint. Another thing that is a must on this, you must swap out the stock servo. It will strip out. It's a plastic gear servo with this amount of power, and you're doing something as simple as hitting the front end of this truck, the servo will go out with this current setup. I went ahead and I put the Reeve 55 micro. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that on camera, but that's what I put in here now. Super quick, butter smooth. I love it, guys. And if you're trying to find a servo to go with, the 55 micros from Reeves are really good to go with for this truck. And then lastly, I didn't want brass, but it was the only way that I could find an extender, and I didn't want to 3D print anything. So what I did was I went ahead and purchased the HobbyPark 10 millimeter extenders on each side of this truck. It's really not that much weight that it gives it, but it gives me the width that I want. I wanted something just wide enough to run on this. I would advise Loctite those in there, because on the first iteration of this truck, they do just come right off. So I would definitely tell you, go ahead and Loctite those up. Outside of that, guys, this thing is a beast. What I'll show you, since I can't take it out with all the rain that we've been having, I am going to fire this thing up, let you guys see how fast it is. There we go. Yeah, that's how fast it is. No, I'm not serious. Yeah, guys, this thing is ballistic. Yeah, guys, this thing is insanely ballistic for speed. I just want to show you the Servo too. I'm going to try to do this one-handed and give you guys a good look. Yeah, seriously quick. And you want to see the power of it on ground with the Servo. There you go. Super quick. So these are the upgrades you're going to want to do to your TRX-4MT or your TRX-4M High Trail to really get the most out of it, to make it a monster truck. This is something that I started a while back when the High Trail was first introduced as the Chevy, and I waited for the Ford to come out because my local hobby shop said that they're probably going to come out with the Ford F-150. And if they do, I told them, save me a blue so I can go ahead and do the Bigfoot to it. Doesn't have the blower on top, but I really don't care for all that. It's a truck that I built, made it custom my own, and I truly do love it, guys. Can't wait to get this beast out, get it on the dirt, have it flipping on the red ramps, and really show you guys what this is capable of doing. I think the way that this is set up, it's perfect competition for the Losi Mini LMT. But we're going to leave it here, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram for the latest updates to the channel. This is Ready Set RC, signing out. Thanks again, guys.